Let's see what we have here. We're going to multiply fractions. Multiplying fractions. Let's just write it down first. We write 11, it's a whole number. We write it as 11 over 1, just to be very clear. Then 5 over 19. Multiplication of fractions is multiplying the numerators. All the numerators, we have 38 times 11 times 5. All the numbers in the numerator are multiplied. And all the numbers in the denominator are multiplied together. As simple as that. And the rest is cancelling common factors and writing the fraction in the lowest terms. We have 11, we have 22 clearly. 11 is a factor in the denominator because 22 is 11 times 2 times 1 times 19. 38. 2 goes into 38. 2 is a factor of 38, so 2 times 1 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. Bring the 8 down. 2 times 9 is 18. Subtract and you get a 0. So 2 times 19 is 38. And then we have the 5. Now clearly, you have a lot of common factors to cancel. Cancel 19 with the 19, which means 19 over 19 is a 1. 11 over 11 is a 1. 2 over 2 is a 1. And we are left with a 5. Everything else is cancelled. Now just reminding you about squaring and cubing and raising numbers to a certain power. Suppose I have 2 cubed. What this means, this is your exponent and this 2 is the base. The base is multiplied with itself repeatedly 3 times. That's what it means, and that's equal to an 8. Suppose I have 3 squared. 3 is the base, 2 is the exponent. 3 is repeatedly multiplied with itself twice, and that is equal to a 9. So let's see how it works here. So we have in parentheses 5 over 1 times 2 over 5, and we cube it. Now, order of operation says parentheses first. What that means is we simplify what's inside the parentheses first. Do not multiply the numbers before cancelling common factors. We clearly have a common factor, 5. 5 over 5 is a 1. And we are left with 2 inside and a whole cubed. 2 whole cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. Repeated multiplication of 2 3 times. And the final answer is 8. 28 over 6 times, when you square it, you repeatedly multiply 3 halves is squared. So it's 3 halves times 3 halves. 7 times 4 is 28. 3 times 3 divided by 3 times 2 is 6. And then we have 2 more 2's. So one of the 3's cancels, which means 3 over 3 is a 1. We have 2 times 2 is 4. Cancels with the 4. And I think we've cancelled all the common factors. We have 7 times 3 is 21 divided by 2. And that's our final answer. Now remember this formula, area of the triangle is half times base times height. So area equals half times base times height. Now if I have a rectangle, let's say this is the height and this is the base, the area of the rectangle is base times height. Now if I draw a line through it, it's two triangles and they're both of equal area. So that's how you could remember the area of a triangle is half of that of a rectangle. Half times base times height. So it says find the area. Area equals half times base times height. So always write down the formula and then substitute the base, which is 3 millimeters, times height, which is 16/9 millimeters. So the reason I'm writing the millimeters is because millimeters times millimeters is millimeters squared. That tells us that the unit of measurement of area is millimeters squared. And then I'm left with 3 times 16/9. Let's write 3 as 3/1. We can cancel common factors. One times 3 times 16 divided by 2 times 9 millimeters square. I'm going to simplify by cancelling common factors. Sixteen is 2 times 8 divided by 2 times, and 9 is 3 times 3 millimeters square. So we cancel common factors, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, and we are left with 8/3 millimeter squared. So let's read this problem. Nancy spends 3/4 of an hour 3 times a day walking and playing with her dog. What is the total time she spends walking and playing with her dog each day? Now suppose she spent 2 hours a day walking her dog, 2 hours 3 times a day walking her dog. What is the total number of hours she's going to spend? Every time she takes her dog for a walk, she spends 2 hours. So the total would be 6 hours. Now in this case, the total time that she spends is 3/4 of an hour multiplied by 3, because she does this 3 times in a day. So it gets multiplied, and I have 9. 3 times 3 is 9/4, because nothing cancels, hours. Now 9/4 hours doesn't sound right, so let's just change it to a mixed number. 4 times 2 is 8. With a remainder of 1, so it's 2 1/4 hours that she spends walking her dog.